Woe there, traveler. You've stumbled upon the first of many tales of the kingdom of Kriegeland. But unlike a regular story, this will be told in real time through the collective imaginations of four very nerdy men. Now, if you've never played Dungeons & Dragons or any fantasy role-playing game before, it can seem like a different language, but that's what I'm here for. For I am your guide, your translator, and your host. Let the adventure begin. With me today are some seasoned adventurers called upon a mission. If you guys would please, we'll start with you. We'll go youngest to oldest. Damien, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm Damien. I've been playing D&D for several years now. I think my first time playing I was 14, so that's like 6 years ago now. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm really looking forward to this.
And please introduce your character and their, general physical description.
All right, I'm playing Richard Resplendent. He's a young male adventurer, maybe between 23. He's got long, light brown hair. He wears a lot of white and red. He's got this scar right across his eye that he doesn't talk about. And he has this necklace that's got a hollowed ruby in it. And then surrounding the hollowed ruby is like a silver flame design.
Beautiful. All right. Next in line here.
My name's Kyle Fitzgerald. Played a lot of D&D growing up. Steven and I have been playing D&D together since we were teenagers. And my character, I'll be playing half orc named Gorna. He's kind of doesn't have any. He's bald. He's a bald orc, and he's got like big bottom tusks, so kind of sticking up over his top lip. And he's wearing some kind of silver and white, really nice plate mail. He's got a big old great axe, a javelin, and a long sword. And he's kind of just like blowing bubbles in the air. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing here.
Perfect. And Drew.
My name's Andrew, or Drew Fitzgerald, the older, better-looking brother of Kyle, and I've been playing maybe longer than Damien's been alive. Probably since I was about 16, which is longer than I care to admit ago. I'm just north of 20 years from that.
Time makes a fool of us all, my friend. Do not worry.
Speaking of fools, my character is a 43-year-old halfling. Kind of old. He is bald and has a very big mustache, and a big nose to go with it. The mustache is kind of comes out almost like a triangle. It kind of looks a little bit like a broom, and he kind of looks like he is just wearing like haphazard armor. It almost looks like his armor looks like it was made out of repurposed metal buckets. And he is holding a mop and a water bucket, and he's got like a sponge in his belt, and like and a vial hanging from his side that looks like it has scrawled random gibberish on the side of it. And his name is Bruce Springclean.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so the three of you, your characters, have answered a scroll of summons that appeared on a classic, like adventurer's board in the areas where you come from. What it expresses here is, it reads, seasoned adventurers wanted. A wizard of renown has requested the aid of veteran mages and warriors alike to pit their skills against one another in exhibition. travel to Crestcall in the Kingdom of Kriegeland and inquire at the Emerald Arrow Inn. So, we're going to assume that all three of your characters are from outside of the Kingdom of Kriegeland. And since the Kingdom of Kriegeland is our main setting here for this little experiment, we're going to talk about the Kingdom of Kriegeland. It's everything that you can see here that's around the lake. Lake Azure Glass is the main aspect, but if you look down in the further right, I'll zoom in, kind of next to the Great Ebonwood, you will find Crestcall, a little city right there on the edge of the lake. When you guys get to Crestcall, everyone in town seemed confused by the question of like the location of the Emerald Arrow Inn, because according to the locals, there's no such place as that. They did, however, mention there's a wizard that does indeed live in the hills just outside of town, and so the three of you find yourselves wandering up a dusty backwoods road just outside the town of Crestcall, and there ahead on the road you see a quaint little sign that reads, "The Emerald Arrow Inn," without a building in sight. The Emerald Arrow Inn, a place of seemingly non-existence. What a strange predicament Gorna, Bruce, and Richard find themselves in. Let's see how they handle it. The three of you, it's up to you guys. I assume your characters don't know each other in any way, shape, or form, but you've all come to this sign that says the Emerald Arrow Inn, but there's nothing around, just empty hilltop.
What does the sign look like? Is there a green arrow on the sign?
Is there
Yeah. It's like
pointing,
yeah.
like
Well,
pointing in a direction?
no. It's more like it's pointing like diagonal, like it's an arrow. It's more of a decorative arrow than a pointing arrow, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But it's just a nice little like wooden sign that's a little weathered, but it just reads the simple name of the inn that is not to be seen.
No inn. Is there like a plot for where the building would be?
There's like some hillsides near it that have some like empty area, but it doesn't look like it's like necessarily like set up to be there, or there wasn't any. There's no construction that you can see.
Like there has ever been a building there?
Not that you can tell.
All right, I'll get out my bedroll and lay down. This seems like a good enough place.
Hey, it says it's an inn, right?
It does say it's an inn. That makes a lot of sense to do.
I'm just gonna lay down. I'm used to weird things happening, and if my god wants me to be here, then the answer will befall me in given enough time.
That's true. Actually,
let the brigger.
I think I'm gonna make a little prayer to Anessa, trying to figure out why she'd sent me here.
All right. So, Richard Resplendent calls out a quick prayer. It's like, "Why am I here?" Sort of. Well, more or less. And you get a
down there, youngster. I'm trying to sleep.
You get a response back, strangely enough, from the sign itself.
Oh.
And it says, "Hello," and you can tell it's like an echoing, like magical, like spell, like recorded message, sort of. And it's kind of like, "Hello, what are you here for?"
I got a little paper thing that magically appeared and said to come here if I'm a seasoned adventurer. I'm pretty seasoned.
You're answering about the summons. The sign then begins to produce a strange green fog that swirls about the hillside beyond. The grassy ridges before you slowly shift into new positions as the glittering magical mirage dissipates, revealing the damaged and partially toppled remains of a long-forgotten fortress. The wooden door to the entryway creaks open. Behind it stands a hunched old man with a long gray hair and a wild beard, half burnt from a recent incident. He eyes the three of you carefully, then stands aside to allow you entry.
All right, I guess I get up and I reach my hand out to see if Richard over here will lend me a hand up. My back ain't
Yeah.
what it used to be.
Yeah, I offer him. I help him
I
out.
lean
I
in
got
close.
you.
Don't give any sermons until you've figured out the public speaking thing. Pat him on the back, and I just walk off and I leave my bedroll behind. I don't even care.
Yeah, it'll probably still be there. All right, so he walks inside. Everyone goes in.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay. All right, so within the rubble-filled stone chamber, the structure remains intact, save for the weathered cracks allowing streams of sunlight to slice through the dusty air. Built into the eastern wall, you see a strangely cobbled-together mesh of interwoven brass tubes that feed into a raised wooden balcony. The balcony's ledge adorned with a set of peculiar arcane implements connected together with more brass tubes. On either end, a twisting spire of glasswork, bolstered by brass frames. Each spire ending in a great gleaming jewel, crimson red left, deep sea green right. Centered among the spires rests a rune-etched stone altar. The wizard looks at the machinery and says, "Behold, my greatest work, the Arcane Engine."
Couldn't have
What is
cleaned up
this?
before inviting us here? The machinery looks great, but
He's like, yes.
a good dusting goes a long way. I'm just saying.
He goes, "I did not bring you here to clean anything up. I brought you here to test this device. For you see, it is my intention. It is my intention to train the next generation of young heroes. And this arcane engine..."
How they keep their house.
He's like, quiet you. He's like, this arcane.
I feel like it.
He's like, this arcane engine allows me to create a controllable pocket dimension in which I can have you test the dangers of adventuring life, but in an illusion, as it were, sort of. There's illusion to it, but either way, it's not really real, but it's pretty real.
I had a pair of tight pants that did that.
What exactly does the device do again?
It allows me to train the next generation of heroes.
How so?
Well, here's the thing. I have yet to test the device, but what I can assume is when I open up this portal here, you'll be able to step through and test the environments that I have magically and artificially crafted.
So you're not entirely sure what it does?
No, I know what it does. I don't want to I've never seen anyone walk through the portal yet, so I don't want to get anyone's hopes up or anything. Look,
see.
Is one of you a good seamstress?
He's like, I've never sewn anything in my life.
Oh, I'm talking about these guys, because you want them to test out your pockets, right?
Yes, you seem to misunderstand.
I know enough.
He's like, you can see like weariness in the old man's eyes as he's like, what have I gotten myself into? You know, like he's like, look, you all look like very capable chaps. Good in a dangerous situation. All I'm asking is that you step into this dangerous situation for me, and we'll have you just, survive, like last man standing kind of contest. Just we'll see how you guys do, and and you could fight or whatever you want to do. That's fine. What do you say?
Well, you say this is the first time testing. Have you at least thrown an apple in there?
Because of course, yes. Oh, I mean, it was a pear, but
That works, and that's good enough for me. Did it not shatter into a million pieces?
no, the pocket dimension works great. I assure you. I will revolutionize the world of magic. I believe so.
I've been doomed to a very terrible afterlife I'd rather not see soon. So I just need to make sure that I at least have a chance.
The place you will go will not kill you.
I see.
Unless
see.
I allow it to, I suppose, but
Okay.
that's not what we're here for.
I've been
then
brought here to stress test your magic.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. That's
Yes,
why.
thank you. Yes, he's
All right.
he's got it, boys. He's got it.
This makes
Gordon's
does make
gonna
sense.
pat
I
the-
think.
This may not go well for you guys.
Well, let's
this,
begin the test, I say.
Ooh. Tell you what, I've got an extra bottle here, Mr. Wizard. You might want this after things blow up. I hand him a bottle of cleaner.
He looks at it, smells it, and is like, "What vintage is this?" He like sips at it a little bit.
Thinks it's something else.
He might want to roll a Constitution save on that one. That's cleaner. That is straight up poison. I don't know if he knows what ammonia
he's
is,
an old
but-
resilient goat. He's an old resilient goat, so he's fine.
Gordon's gonna pat the wizard on the shoulder and be like, don't worry. Gorna frustrated too. A lot of big words have been said here, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. But
He
I'll
goes.
make sure Pharrell blesses everyone today.
He goes. Perfect. Gorna, that's my kind of man. No questions asked. Listen, go in there and just
Wait.
try to smash
You're
everyone
with the
and win
and you're
the
with the
contest.
All right.
Wait, who? You're with a god, and you're with a god. What gods are you guys with? I actually used to work at a monastery. I was the janitor.
Well, who did you want to go first?
I follow Zarel.
Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of
Zarel.
people pledged earlier.
Ah yes, Sorel, the goddess of righteous combat and paladins.
Okay, yeah.
I follow Unessa.
Ah yes,
God of
the
life.
mother of life and bearer of the life cycle, of course. What about you then?
Well, you should join my faction. We're actually just trying to get capital together so we can start building some temples for the lost god, the god of accidents. Day. Kind of a funny story. I accidentally became a paladin.
The old man looks at you again, kind of like, I don't seem to understand.
Sorry, you
Yeah,
accidentally?
Yeah.
How
So,
does-
all right. Yeah. Oh, okay. I just have to tell people. So I worked at the monastery, and I've been working there for like 10 years. And they a bunch of paladins come in, initiates, and they train there. And then at the end of the year, they all say their rite and pledge and say a prayer to the gods, and then one god will choose them, and then they become the righteous warrior of of the god, whichever god chooses them. Or some cases they pledge directly to a god. But in the rite, they say a prayer, they cut their hand, then they're filled with divine energy. The cut heals. Everyone knows the process. Well, I was in the back muttering the prayer along because I've heard it about 1 billion times over the last 8 years, and but while muttering the prayer, slipped on my damn mop, cut my face open on my bucket here, and yeah, apparently,
And you gained powers from this?
yeah, the god of accidents was waiting on this to happen.
Just waiting.
I suppose I've seen
Perhaps-
stranger things in my time. All right, well,
Yeah, just there we go. God of accidents needed that, so I've met the condition, so it could finally get its name out there, and now it can go and preach in his name.
I see. Well, I'm not ready to sign up or anything, and I don't really have a lot of capital to be throwing your way, but we'll talk about it. Either way, let's get this going here. So,
Giant Gem doesn't have extra money.
listen, the giant gem is crucial to the machinery. There will be no talking over the giant gems. Okay, so the wizard then ascends the short stairway onto the balcony and carefully climbs up onto the altar and stands extended, arms reaching towards each jewel. A foreign hum echoes out, and the jewels begin to glow softly as tendrils of sparkling pink smoke twist between the wizard's fingers and enter into the tubes around the platform. The three of you see a glowing sigil of light encircled by a shining purple gateway appear on the floor before the mysterious machine. He speaks once more. Ready yourselves for conflict and danger, then step onto the portal. Yes, the Arcane Engine. Powerful magic. Magic that would shape the very fate of Kriegeland. Of course, no one knew that at the time. This is where we would have you guys talk about if you're going to cast any prepared spells or if you're going to take anything out of your bag or anything like that. But when you are ready, step through the portal to the Arcane Engine's dimension. Does anyone need to do anything?
With my bucket and my mop.
Okay, wanders right in, bucket and mop in hand. The Paladin of Janitors.
No, it's the Paladin of Day.
That's right, the Paladin of Accidents, who happens to be a janitor. Right.
Day. D-E-A-E. When I hit myself, I went, oh, day! I meant to say, oh, dear. You know, turns out that's God's name. Everyone was laughing.
I will not cast anything yet.
Okay.
I think I'm going to save my spell slots as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go through.
Okay, sweet. All right, you guys walk in. The wizard calls out a string of strange syllables once again, and a flash of white light flares out, blinding you momentarily.
Hold on.
Oh.
He just casted evocation within 10 feet of me, didn't he?
It's not evocation, so in this case it's okay.
Okay. Just making sure.
Oh no, I know, that's good. You gain a strange sensation of falling, but as soon as the pit of your stomach rises, you are once again on hard ground. Hard, but not stable. The area around you bleeds back into your vision, and your senses become overwhelmed. You've been transported to a new place, and the competitors you could feel next to you have gone. You now face each other across a flat metal platform. Heat pours over you next, as the air becomes choking thick. You come to, and the metal floors begin to shift. And I will show you guys what that all looks like from your end. Which is...
You need to make
So,
checks to move around.
This is where you guys are.
Okay.
So, you are suspended over a pit of lava on a giant metal flat platform.
Like Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. There's one central main chain in the middle, and that is making it like the platform acts as like a little bit of a pendulum, and it will tilt depending on the weight. So the three of you all land, and you're all kind of on the edge. Like two of you are in the corners, so it will be Richard, Resplendent, and Gorna will be in the like. So if you look at, if you're thinking of like top down, it'd be like you're in the top left corner, Gorna, and Richard would be in like the top right. But then cut between you guys in the middle of the edge is Bruce Springclean. So you guys are creating kind of like a weight triangle, and the whole thing starts to kind of like teeter. So the first thing we're going to do is roll initiative.
Okay, and how like why is it just like one like bar?
It's one like it's like imagine a giant flat like metal disc that's like 100 by 100 feet.
Okay, so like all around.
Yeah, so it'd be like a giant like 100 by 100 foot square of metal, but it's only connected in the very middle. So any weight towards the edge is going to make it like wobble.
Okay.
Alrighty.
How thick is the chain?
It's like a. It's not like a regular like the chains that are hanging around. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there are chains that are hanging from the ceiling that hang past the platform. Did you guys see that? It's kind of hard to tell, but there's just those lines there. But as you can see, there's like little chains. Those actually hang past the platform, so there is the opportunity to grab onto them prior to falling into the lava.
Mm.
Yeah. How thick is the
The chain in the those are regular chains. The chain in the middle is more like a ship like a ship chain, like a pier harbor chain. So it's pretty thick, but not indestructible by any means.
You said there were
it's
chains
like-
hanging off from the edge.
Well, they're hanging from the ceiling, and they're all around
from
the
the
edge of
ceiling?
like the platform that you're on.
Okay.
And they hang a little bit past it too. So if you fall off, you have an opportunity. As long as you fall off near kind of one of the edges, if you like slide down the middle or if it's tilted too far, you might not have a chain available to you. So let's roll initiative first. So you Richard, you mentioned you wear a lot of red, so this is going to be your initiative dice roll. 16. What's your plus to that?
My dexterity, which is +1.
Okay, so 17.
Fancy with a +1 to Dex. Ooh.
Yeah.
I know.
Right?
Are you guys
Whoa.
both no dexterity at all?
I have a -1 to initiative.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, because orcs have kind of bluish skin, this will be Gorna. So Gorna, of course it lands right where I can't see it. Come on, buddy. Well, it's a 9.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so Gorna, you are in one corner. So you would be about 100 feet straight across if you ran straight across the edge, like furthest away from the chain, 100 feet that way, you see Richard Resplendent. And then let's go with Janitor. Do you have any particular... Well, I don't have a lot of colors, so... Okay, so what's your plus to it?
It is -1.
Oh, it's -1 as well? Okay, sounds good. All
I
right.
have an 8 as a dexterity. Do you have any idea how badly I rolled and chose to put a 6 into my dexterity? I'm a halfling. I get a +2.
And you... Okay, so we have 10, 8... So, the first person to go is Richard Resplendent. The first thing he has to do at the start of his turn is a dex saving throw. Oof. So, you failed, but it wasn't a natural 1. I'm guessing you failed since you don't have... I'm guessing not a whole lot.
+1.
So what that means is you start the fight prone. That's all it means. So when you come to it,
So
the floor kind of rears under you a bit more than you expected, so you kind of fall over. So you can use half your movement to get back up, and then from there, what would you like to do?
Okay. You said they're both like 100 feet away from me?
Yeah. Well, so if you go towards the main chain in the middle, if you cut across the main chain, you'd be heading towards Bruce Springclean. If you ran straight across the ledge that you're currently on towards, not crossing over the chain, then you're going to be headed straight for Gorna. So you guys are in like a triangle right now, and your weight is just balanced enough that if no one starts moving, it's kind of just wobbling a little bit, and everyone can maintain for now. But Ricky, or Richard, I should say, if you move...
Running towards the center would disbalance the weight.
Yeah, and be better to run for... If you run towards the middle, it would make it so their weight distribution would go higher.
Yeah. I think I'm going to run towards the middle.
Okay, just as far as you can go?
Yeah, as far as I can get in the middle. And then...
So you can move... Yeah, so you can move 15 feet in, just based on
getting up and moving, are you going to dash, aka do 2 movement actions?
From...
Or do you only want to move the 15 feet in and like cast a spell? Or...
One of them's... They'd both be within 120 feet, right?
Right now, they would both be within 120 feet if you move 15 feet in, yes.
Hey.
Uh-oh. He's up to something, guys.
I might be up to just a cheeky little Eldritch Blast, but I'm not sure who I want to do it to, so I'm just gonna roll my d6 I have here, and if it's even, I'm going for Bruce. If it's odd, I'm going for Gorna.
Good thing is Eldritch Blast doesn't do the like knockback, like the repelling blast.
No,
Just instantly knock
as
someone
soon as
off
you
the edge.
said we were on a ledge, I immediately looked to see if I had anything for knockback, and I don't.
Yeah. All right, so who are you shooting?
Who's casting Gus?
So it was odd, and I said that was Gorna, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gorna, he's tossing an Eldritch Blast at you. This is your spell attack roll. What's your plus?
Plus.
Yeah, this would be for your charisma casting stat because it's a warlock spell.
Charisma's a +2 plus the other stuff for it. Math.
What are your guys' proficiencies at level 8?
Mine's 3.
3?
Yeah, it's 3, right? So it'd be 2 plus 3 plus 8 is 13. Oh wait, no.
No.
No, it's just 2 plus proficiency.
I was thinking about DT, just the add is
you're thinking
2 plus
plus
3.
It is
plus 5.
Yeah, so it is just a +5, but you still hit because that's a total of 20. Unless...
Yeah, okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
It's a D10, right?
Yeah, D10.
Okay, 4 damage, Gorna.
Okay. Is it 1d10 or is Eldritch Blast one of those ones that go up by your level and not just your class level?
When you go to isn't it? Didn't we rule in our last game that it was based off of your full level on how many bolts it sent?
Oh yeah, I believe so. So you
that
can
means you
shoot
would have
2.
2 bolts. So I could technically shoot 1 at each.
You
of
could
them.
shoot 1 at each of them if that's what you'd rather do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shoot 1 at each.
Okay, then Bruce, an Eldritch Blast is coming your way as well. But that's a 6 plus 5, so 11. So that's a miss.
So that
You're gonna
would
have to wake up earlier than that to hit me. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know why. He doesn't have a grizzled.
That is.
that one thing.
It's always the problem with doing voices is because then everyone starts like mimicking each other's voices when you like don't really know what voice you have established, and then everyone's all doing like the same voice. Like...
So with Genie's Wrath, it says once during each
voice.
of your turns, when you hit with an attack roll, you can deal extra damage. Does that work with my spell too?
What is it?
Genie's Wrath. Once during each of your turns, when you hit with an attack roll, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to your proficiency bonus. The type of damage is determined by your patron.
Oh, yeah,
My
yeah.
patron is a
So
fire
yeah,
genie.
so you can do an extra 3 then. Is that what that was?
Extra 3 fire damage.
Okay.
So 7 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you keeping track of this, Steven?
Yes, but I'd like you guys to as well, just so we can kind of keep it clean. All right.
Okay.
All right. So now it is Bruce Springclean's turn. Richard didn't move. Oh, sorry. First thing is a dex saving throw to start things off. Oof. You are also prone to start the match.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Would that
So I'm
be
guessing
like
a natural
advantage
1 on
or-
that is
or-
you immediately. fall
It's
off.
just, you could just use half. It's like half your movement speed is to get up. So you only have like 15 or what is it, 10 for a halfling?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, it would be 10 with half. Yeah, so that would be.
So you can move a little bit towards the center, or you could dash and move a lot more. So what is it that you'd like to do?
I'll dash towards the center. I'm gonna try and butt up against the chain.
Okay.
I'll try and use it as like partial cover, so I'm only having to defend against one attacker.
Okay, so you get to a point where so for you're about 10 feet away from the middle chain, which is now making the since you were the single person on the one side and you're the smallest and lightest of everyone, the side that Richard and Gorna are on is starting to now ramp down a little bit more.
That sucks for them.
So,
really
speaking of which, Gorna, it is your turn. I've got a dex saving throw for you.
Okay.
I believe that is a fail unless...
No, I'll fail. I'm fine to fail.
Okay, so you are also prone to begin, and you're like starting to like slowly slide towards the edge.
Okay, I'm gonna get up and then move in towards the center.
Okay.
And then how far am I away from these two at that point?
You're not dashing, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so if you move your half amount of movement in, you're still a good like 80 feet from Richard, and you're close to like 60-ish feet from Bruce. So you still have quite a ways to go to get to either of them.
Okay. Just looking at my...
Call foul play. He's got a helper. He's using 2 lines against us.
He's got strategy on us, man.
And I will use my action to do Channel Divinity.
Okay. And what does that do for your oath?
The one I'm using is going to be Sacred Weapon, so it makes my Great Axe a +1 magical weapon, and I get to add a Charisma modifier to it.
To plussing to hit or to damage?
To attack rolls, not to damage.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good. That's another extra to hit. So, okay, and how long does that last? 10 turns?
1 minute. 10
Yeah.
turns, yeah.
So 10 turns, yeah. Okay, so Sacred Weapon is on. All right, that is the end of turn 1. Everyone needs to roll a perception check on start of turn 2. I'll go ahead and roll. Let's see, we got red, blue, and gray, which are your guys' respective colors at the moment. Oh, that one doesn't show up very well. All right, that's a 3. So
that's a 3.
So only Gorna notices. You're like, you start to smell like something like more than just what's going on, but you notice that there's like steam coming off the bottom of like your boots, and so you can tell that like the platform you're on is starting to heat up.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, but it is Richard Resplendent's action. Richard?
My turn. Are either of them within 60 feet of me?
Not 60. You could move and get either of them within 60, I believe.
Either of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Who's closer to the edge?
Gorna.
Gorna? Okay, so I'm gonna move to Bruce and cast my 1 4th level spell slot and use
Are you moving as far as you can towards him or towards the middle?
Yeah, basically, I want to move in a way where I'm moving to him, and then also towards the middle. Yeah.
Well, if you run straight for the middle, you can actually land in the square that's right next to the chain.
I can land right next to the chain. Okay, I'm gonna go on the chain, pretty much.
Well, you can get to next to it, and then if you do an action, then...
Yeah, I'll get next to it, and I'll cast Banishment on Bruce.
Banishment? Okay, what is the save on that?
Wait, how close did he get to be for that?
He's
It's,
within. He's within about 20 feet of you.
It's a
okay.
charisma save.
20 feet. Mm.
What is your charisma saving throw, Bruce?
6.
Oh, +6. Nice.
Yeah.
We got a 5, so that is an 11. Do you have anything that can affect that roll, make me re-roll, or anything like that?
Yes, I have the second chance feat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
If I did my math right on that, your DC would be 6 plus 8, which would be 14.
Because you have a +3 wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 14 is right. So what does this feat allow you to do?
No, that one doesn't. That one doesn't help me.
Oh, okay.
I can use second chance to make him re-roll an attack roll against me.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
That doesn't affect that.
Okay, so then you are banished. That's what I'm hearing?
I think you would
as
need
long as I
lucky.
can maintain concentration on the spell.
I am lucky, but that only helps on. I am lucky because I'm a halfling, but that only affects nat ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, all right. So he's just like not there at the moment, right? Because he's banished, and as long as you're,
He gets banished to another realm, and if I can keep concentration on that, because he is not native to the realm we're in, he's gonna stay there.
okay. All right. So, well, Bruce, you gotta
As long
take
as
a
I can
break.
make
You're gonna take a break from fighting for a bit. For a last man standing thing, that's actually not so bad, you know. So, all right. So, and there's no rolls for him once he's in his banished mode, right? Like he doesn't get future saving throws.
I don't think there's anything he can do against. Let me double check that. I had it pulled up a second ago.
Okay. Well, in the meantime,
see.
while you're looking that up, Gorna, it would be your action.
Do I need to roll? I mean, we didn't last time or this time, but are we still rolling dexterity checks?
Um,
Or Richard didn't.
Richard and Bruce are close enough to the middle now that they don't need to, but you're still. I guess Richard didn't on the last one. It's okay. Most of the weight's gone to the middle, so everything is. It's still a little wobbly, but it's not like dex saving throw wobbly at the moment. So unless someone gets closer to the edge or whatever.
Can I, if I use my movement,
So
can I get within hand-to-hand combat of Richard?
If you use, let's see. You can get within melee distance of Richard.
Okay. I will do that, and as I'm going is, prepare to be blessed by Zarel.
And by blessed, you mean hit with a great axe?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Oh, Richard, you've made a terrible blunder. In banishing your other opponent, you've given Gorna tunnel vision to commit violence upon you and only you. And we all know, one must avoid the violence of half-orcs. Okay. All right, Gorna. What's the plan here?
I will use 2 sorcery points from my sorcerer skill or classes, and I will quicken spell hold person on Richard.
Okay, Richard. So you need is that a wisdom saving throw?
It is a wisdom saving throw. 15 or better.
Richard, that
Plus
you
3.
well, you have proficiency in it too, right? Because you're a cleric.
Yeah. So.
Or did you do warlock at level 1?
I did warlock level 1.
Ah, okay. So it's just
the way he got the warlock is from his backstory.
It's first. It makes sense. All right, here we go. So what's your DC then?
15.
So I have to roll spell.
Ooh, a 12. Okay, he is held person. Which
With my action, I will cast the cantrip Booming Blade.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
So some
Suck.
some energy comes in and goes into my great axe, and I'm going to attack with my action and part of Booming Blade. Attack Richard.
Okay. Is that just one swing then? But it's
Yes.
advantage.
It's just one swing. It is advantage, and because he's paralyzed, it's an automatic crit.
All you have to do is hit. Yeah. So, all right. So here's a roll with advantage. Should be easy enough to get him. Yep. There you go. Oh, hold on. There you go.
Okay. And so it's an automatic critical. I'm a half orc, so I get Savage Attacker. So I'm using a third level spell slot to smite.
Okay. So so a great axe is a D12 damage, and then because you're half orc critting, you get an extra D12 on top of that.
And it's a crit, so you double the D12, right?
Yeah.
So it should be 3D12s.
So 3D12s. And then how many D8s of smiting?
A level 3 smite is 4 D8s doubled to 8.
Okay.
And Booming Blade is another D8 doubled to 2.
So 10
total.
D8 and 3 D12 damage.
Yes.
Did you just shut this
I
down
have a
already?
feeling I have a feeling you're about to fail your concentration.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might
I
lose
think I'm gonna
banishment.
fail my concentration check, yeah.
Okay. So what do you yell out right before you swing your mighty great axe?
Gorna crit!
Gorna. Oh my gosh, okay. Can't even contain
I do have great weapon fighting, so if any of the weapon damage, I don't think it counts for any of the D8s, but if they roll a 1...
Okay.
Because the smites and stuff don't get to reroll 1s and 2s.
Right.
But
I did not roll any 1s or 2s with the D12s, but I did get a 12, an 8, and a 6, so that's still going to be pretty good stuff for you.
Though, for the D8.
Oh, you min-maxing SOB.
The same turn, whole person crit him. Ah!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fail my concentration check, even with fucking Warcast.
Okay, so Richard, you take 59 damage.
Woo!
Boom! And that means you have to roll a Constitution saving throw, and the DC I think is 59.
He said it was.
Or is it half that or something? I can't remember what the damage is. Either way, you didn't get it. All right.
You could roll him at 20.
So, you're back, Bruce, and you as you come in on, like, you kind of, like, for a second you were, like, warped out of the dimension, and you, like, looked up and the wizard was, like, controlling things from outside. Like, you got just basically kicked out of the pocket dimension. You're like, hey, what the... And the wizard kind of looked at you weird because he's, like, trying to control it, but he, like, his eyes are all glowing, and then he, like, is like... And then all of a sudden you get, like, swooped back in. And you hear this. You hear.
Him? Can I slap him?
You
if
hear
I'm
the-
back there and he's controlling stuff. Can I slap him in the head and just mess things up in the pocket?
If you can get back out there and slap him again, maybe. But so as you come back in, you hear the tail, like the very end of like this huge thunderous like clapping sound, and you look and there's this giant exploding light as a great axe is like smashing into Richard's like armor and like knocking him to the floor and bouncing him around. Like just this huge smash.
I think we need to add. Isn't you add because you add your strength modifier and the magic weapon damage too?
Yes. So +1 and what 3?
Yeah, 4
So-
strength.
Oh,
So
4
5 total.
+4 strength. Okay, so 5 more damage, Richard.
Oh, 5 more damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you're still
Okay.
alive.
I'm still alive with 15 HP.
Okay. So, because you were gone for your turn on being banished, that is the end of turn 2 for everyone. Banishment is now gone. We're on turn 3. Richard, you're up.
My turn. I'm gonna use my
You're
action.
paralyzed.
What was that, sorry?
Oh yeah, you're
You're paralyzed.
paralyzed from hold person.
Oh yeah, I'm paralyzed.
So
from
I
hold
believe
person.
you can try to get out of it at the end of your turn. You can make a saving throw, but you can't speak. You can't move.
Oh, so basically the only thing he can do is just try to get out.
Yeah.
Does being paralyzed affect bottled respite from being a genie warlock?
What is that?
As an action,
As an
you
action?
can magically vanish and enter your vessel, which remains in the space you left.
I don't think you can take actions.
Yeah, and because when you're paralyzed, you're also incapacitated, and incapacitated creatures can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so yeah, the only thing I can do is try and
Yep.
break
this.
Hooper.
Yep, and I rolled a 9, so what's your plus again? It's +3?
It's for wisdom?
Yeah.
+3.
Okay. He is still held. And how long does hold person last?
10 rounds, right?
Yeah, up to 1 minute.
Okay, here we go. All right, well then it is actually Bruce's turn. As you stand there staring at the half-orc that's like winding up for one more swing, Richard.
God damn.
Who vanished you?
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I didn't like any of that. I saw behind the curtain, and then I came back to this side of the curtain, and that happened.
Yeah, it's been a weird little journey for you.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't want to be anywhere near that axe.
Right. I mean, I don't think that's much of a revelation.
I kind of want to help this guy, but he was also shooting at me a minute ago.
And he vanished
It
you.
didn't hit. I was trying to get you out of the fight.
It's true. As far as you're concerned, he only helped you.
True.
As far as you can tell, I saved you.
Well, I'm going to save me. I'm going to cast Misty Step, and I'm going to go 30 feet up the chain, and now I'm just going to hold on to the chain up there.
Okay, there we go.
That's a great idea.
So you're from where you're at. If you move a little, then then you can be like 30 feet straight up the chain. There is a little bit of a secondary disc that's kind of connected a little bit up. If you climb up a little bit higher, you can get to, and it's got like a little almost like a little secondary tiny platform you could sit on. But for now, you have Misty stepped and are holding onto the chain. I believe you still have an action. If you
And
want.
movement, right? Or
And
he had to move
and some move. He had to move a little bit, but he can also move a little bit more as well.
Yeah, I'm good with this height. Well, yeah, sure, why not? I'll use the rest of my movement to go up a little bit higher. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, just gonna wait it out.
I've got a broom, not a broom. I've got a mop in my hand and a bucket, and I'm holding onto a chain.
All right,
What
Gorna.
is my mop?
It's him.
I'm gonna hit him again. I'm just gonna booming blade hit him.
Okay.
Why?
That
Just
should
hit
be
him
enough.
with the axe. I
That should
don't
be
know if
enough.
you need to do all that.
What is what's the AC again? What's your plus to hit, I should say?
So right now it's what's it? 12, because I've got my my magic weapon gives me an extra +1, and my charisma modifier is 4, so that's 5.
Oh, because
And-
the paladin setup lets you have charisma modifier on top. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then another 7.
Okay, well then you hit, even though I didn't roll super good on your advantage, but you still hit. So that's 3d12s. Are you gonna do and a d8 for booming blade? Is that all you're doing?
2d8 for booming blade
Oh,
because it's
2d8.
a crit, right? Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's bloody.
That should be enough.
Should be
I'm
enough.
more than bloody.
Let's see. 12,
And
10,
on.
and so yeah, 28 damage. So Richard
28 points.
Richard slumps over and is at 0 hit points. Oh, Okay. So
That's
as you drop him and you look and you kind of like look down and you're like, oh man, like he's pretty messed up. He like kind of sparkles out of like existence and then like it's pulled out. And Richard, you kind of come to and like you have like 1 hit point and you can tell that like the hits were real, but you're like kind of now sitting in the like the stone room where the wizard is. He's standing up on the like the stone altar and he's like doing stuff to this little like. You can kind of see through it now, like into like the little portal, and you can see like the lava and like the stuff going on in there. And he's like, his eyes are like glowing, and he's like controlling this little like simulated like testing facility type thing that he did. But you also notice that there's like a couple of like floating like orbs that look to be like scrying orbs, and they're also like witnessing. So you can tell there's like people watching from other places that are also viewing this little like exhibition. So you kind of like put 2 and 2 together. Anyway, back to the inside of the pocket dimension in the Arcane Engine. It is now that would be the end of turn 3. So it is now.
I still have a bonus action and movement.
What?
I still have a bonus action.
Oh yeah,
and movement.
that's right.
I will also cast Misty Step up the chain.
What? Is
one of my level 2 spells.
What was is Booming Blade a cantrip?
Yes.
Oh man, it's freaking
So
good.
you can still cast a normal spell as long as it's a bonus action, right?
Nice.
And then did you move up the chain with your movement?
Yeah, he crawled up the chain a little bit.
I will also crawl up the chain.
So he's coming for you.
I'm like basically like over him because I didn't use any of my movement, so I'm gonna stop him like right over him. So he's like a little half.
Yeah,
so like
so this,
my arms and legs.
This giant half orc crushed like kind of like cuddled around the like tiny little thing. You guys are all like roped around this like giant chain hanging above the platform. But that's the end of Gorna's actions that turn. So now it is turn 4. So let's go with Bruce. What do you plan to do about this?
Oh. I'm going to cast Shatter on the chain.
Okay, just
right in between us.
Oh, just between you two. Okay.
How is it? Because arms are up above yours, so like where are you casting it?
Right in center mass of the both of us, because we're basically belly to belly.
When you is the thing where your like your wild magic surges, does that happen when you cast evocation spells?
No, that's a channel divinity.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
That's a channel divinity, and if he casts anything within 10 feet, then you roll a d20 to see if
Gotcha.
it
Okay,
as well.
So how much damage does Shatter do then?
I believe that's 3d8. And it would do that to the chain and, well, both of us.
Yeah. Everyone, and is it a con saving throw for half damage?
Yes.
All right. Well, I got a 6 and a 5, so I think both of your con saving throws failed. So everyone, including the chain, takes full damage, which is a whopping 10.
Ooh, scary. Ta-da! I don't know what else to say.
You can tell that you damaged the chain, but it's not enough to like seize it. But you can also like you probably imagine it as like you look down. Gorna looks down and you're like blowing up the very chain that's holding you guys up. It's like this insane little mop wielding halfling is gonna take us all out.
Yeah.
Alright, so Gorna.
Hey, don't do that. And he will.
No one tells me what to do, not even me.
Let's see. I'll cast Booming Blade again. Am I able to cast Booming Blade and attack?
Whew. While holding onto the chain, maybe not. I guess you'd probably have to do like a strength saving throw to like wrap your leg around the chain to try to be able to like actually swing your axe.
It is a two-handed axe too, right?
Yeah.
So
you'd have to like.
Yeah, an athletics roll or a what?
Oof.
A strength check.
Yeah. I would say we could call it athletics or acrobatics, whichever one's better for you. Probably athletics.
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. Okay, so
+7, so
it's
12.
it's the chain is like sloshing around, and it's like, and you try to like wrap your leg around to like get a good thing, but like you're just not sure that you cannot like you don't think you can let go with both hands and risk not just like falling straight down onto the platform.
Right. So I'm not attacking. I'd have to do something with a one-hander.
That, or you could like grapple the halfling.
I'll grapple him.
Okay. All right. So a grapple check is an opposing strength versus dex or strength. We're going to strength for you, halfling, because you're the weirdest halfling ever, and you have no dex. All right. So the blue is the orc.
My strength is great. I don't know what the problem is.
It's true. No, it's going great. All right. The blue is Gorna. The green is. Okay. So you grab him.
Okay.
So he's now considered grappled, which that's the end of. I don't think you have any bonus actions you can do while you're like grappling someone on a chain. But that brings us to the top of the.
Oddly enough, out of all the papers that I have in front of me, that I didn't think we were going to grapple while climbing on a chain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
That contingency.
Well, it is your action to try to do something about it. You can try to wriggle out of his thing, or let's see, because if you're grappled,
are we happy with that sentence? That sounded dirty.
we don't have to talk about what I just said. It's okay. So, all grappling does is make it so that you're incapacitated and have a 0 speed. Yeah. So, really, getting out of the grapple is kind of your only hope at the moment, unless you can cast something that doesn't take.
If there's a spell that only has a verbal component, you'd be fine.
Which maybe Misty Step is. Is Misty Step only verbal?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you still have one more level 2 slot, don't you, Bruce?
Yes, I've got one remaining level 2 slot.
Do you want to Misty Step with that?
No.
Okay.
It's time to cause chaos. I'm going to do Channel Divinity, and we're going to go with my Wild Magic Surge.
Okay. That is a D20 roll, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 16.
Oh. The closest tree becomes sentient for 10 minutes.
So, Richard, we cut back to you. And you're standing out there, like, watching them, like, wrestle on this chain, kind of like, I can't believe that stupid half-orc got me. And then, like, you hear something outside the door being like, hello? Hello? And you, like, go look outside, and there's a talking tree.
That was the stupidest freaking roll. Out of all the cool things that could happen.
I know, that's why it's pretty good. All right, well, back to Gorna then. You have him grappled. Do you want to just throw him off the... Do you want to try to just huck him to the lava?
I'm going to try. Might as well.
Oh, you want to try to get out real quick?
Why not? Why not?
That's true. That's true. Okay.
I was hoping for something more relevant to this.
Gorna is the black
or
dice.
At least a little bit more funny than...
Bruce is the white dice. Gorna is the black dice. it's a 5 and a 6. So even still, he keeps you held. So now it is Gorna's turn. You have him, but you're still kind of roped around a tree, or roped around a chain. There's a tree outside.
Would it be an action to throw him to the ground?
You could throw him onto the platform, like just below, easily enough. If you wanted to try to like clear the platform and try to throw him to the lava, it'd be probably like an athletics check.
Um.
Oh, I guess you wouldn't be able to throw him like 50 feet, probably. So either way, you could just get him off the chain. You could, you have him grabbed. You could just like let go, and both of you could fall to the platform. Like you just bring him down with you, kind of thing.
Keep him grappled and just like have him between me and the platform.
You could just let us like us burning him.
Yeah. I'll pile drive him.
So, that's what you want to do? Pile drive him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll call that like a grapple attack, I guess. I'm not even sure how we would just like approach this in the rules. Let's do a dexterity saving throw versus I guess just like strength roll to hit. So green will be Gorna, and the bluish and yellow one will be. Oh wait! So he got a nat 20.
Oh.
So you try to like you kind of like grab him and get him ready, and you like jump yourself down to like pile drive him, but he's able to just like wriggle just out of your like grasp right as you guys both like land. You both land pretty hard onto the platform. It won't do any damage, but you're kind of just back at the bottom of the chain, ungrappled. And that is the end of.
So that was my action. So I still have movement and a bonus.
Oh yeah, movement and a bonus action. So what do you want to do for that?
Okay, I won't. That's it. I won't do anything.
Okay. End of turn 5. The steam from your guys' armor and like boots and anything touching the platform is starting to like be much more visible. You can start to feel the heat creeping in, but it's not doing damage yet, but you know it's coming. So Bruce.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cry because this is
I'm just gonna cry.
Oh crap. Yeah, I'm gonna attack him with my mop.
All right. Mop swing, here it comes.
I'm using the stats of a quarterstaff, but it's a mop. Okay.
You have 2 attacks, don't you? Are you a level 5? You have bonus.
I'm a level. I just went straight paladin.
Okay. So what's your plus to hit then?
+6 to hit.
Oof. A nat 1 and a 7. So you take a couple of big swings, and he just easily like kind of just just.
I'm sending you new dice, Steven. These dice don't have any of my mojo in them.
I don't think you need.
It's okay. That
allows
you to blame the dice, and that's all that matters. So.
Yeah, that I'm just looking for an excuse.
All right, Garna. What's the plan here? You still have a hold person, don't you?
Sorry, you can.
What?
I do. Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I will use 2 sorcery points to cast Hold Person, and I'll quick and spell it.
Okay.
So Wisdom save 15.
What's your wisdom saving throw?
It's 6.
Aha! He saved.
I will use my
Wait,
reaction.
wait, what did he just cast?
He cast a hold person on you.
Hold person.
I believe
It's an evocation.
that
It's
he
not an
has to.
evocation. It's a.
It is evocation.
It's a enchantment.
Oh, it's enchantment.
Ah, damn you.
Yeah, not a lot of
Am I able
evocation
to
spells.
use my react? Am I able to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs to make him re-roll that saving throw?
Yes, that's a level 1 spell somehow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That puts him at you said a +6, right? That puts him at 14.
Yes.
Oh no!
15 or better.
He's held.
And then I don't think I can cast Blooming Blade because I did
The whole.
a bonus action and a reaction. So okay.
Still get
So
advantage on the
I'll just
attack, though, right?
Still get advantage on the attack, yeah.
Oh, well, one of them's a 19, so that's the one for sure. Oh dear.
I
Okay,
will
and-
use second chance, and he has to re-roll that 19.
Okay. I think he still hits you. Cause don't you have like a?
I have
I have a plus
I have a 20.
Yeah, he still hits because he gets his plus to his charisma to his plus to hit. Because of his like.
I will use the third level spell
smite.
slot
Oh my
to-
gosh.
Right. So that's 8d8 and 3d12, and we add what to it?
5
to
6, 5 or 6. Is 8d8 on top of it?
Yeah, 8d8, 3d12.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and I get
any.
any other weapon dice.
Yeah.
Oh, I still got a 1, but all right. Let's see. 17, 20, 30. So you take 50 damage, Bruce.
Is that the 5 to it?
Oh, 55. 55.
41 left.
Okay.
Running out of spell slots.
I am the tankiest halfling ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
you-
Oh, yeah, and I was gonna say he is running out of spell slots, so you're getting close on. If you can outlast him. If only you had. If only the healing cleric was still in there.
I can heal me. I can heal me.
All right. It is your turn then.
Plan to get my health back up and the whole and just stop that.
Yeah, you getting held person and not being able to break out like from the get go was like pretty much like the end for
That-
you.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is a fun little experiment just to see what's
the health
going
person
on.
literally shuts down any plan I had.
All right, Bruce. What do you got?
I'm gonna go. I guess I get nothing because I'm under hold person.
Oh,
You get to try to break out at the end of your turn.
You get to try to break out.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a miss.
Okay.
Best dice
I'll
ever,
do
everyone.
Booming Blade. I'm gonna hit him again. Booming Blade and hit him again.
But this is what I get for playing against a min-maxer and choosing to be just a cool character and not min-maxing.
Well, we got
Because
a.
Steven appreciates my role playing. So
I
I'm
do.
Like, you know
I
what?
love-
I'm not going to do a game-breaking combos.
No, that's.
There is a way, as a third-level character in D&D, you can do 100 damage in one turn.
You definitely hit, Gorna.
Okay.
I've seen that build.
So
So then
three,
another third level. My last third level.
so another 8d8. Okay.
Well, 10d8 because I did Booming Blade, and then 3d12.
Let's see if this is enough to do it. 16. Okay, there it is. All right. He explodes once more as the thing swings and the reality pulls itself from the from around you, and for a second there, you're like, you saw your life, Bruce, flash before your eyes, but then you were swept away back to the realm that you're in. You're kind of scuffed up, and like you still have some like burns, like even you, Gorna, like you guys have like burns from like the lava and stuff. So it all was like very real and like, you know, visceral. But now that you're like out, you're kind of just like, oh. You see Richard there. He's kind of like begrudgingly like, you know, kind of, and he's talking to a tree about how it's BS. That
talking to a tree about how my plan didn't work.
Yeah, he's like talking about how he had this plan and everything. So the wizard ends the engine, and he kind of like talks. He kind of like talks to you guys for a little bit, and but first he responds to the voices coming from the scrying orbs that are floating next to him, and one of the voices is like this will make us so much in the arena like landscape. Like yes, we should absolutely invest in the wizard. And you can hear them like talking about like they want to create this idea known as the Contest of Kings, and they want to talk about how they can basically sell tickets to like having people doing tests. So to wrap things up, the wizard will explain that he has a kind of a call out. He tells you guys, like, you know, he appreciates you for coming in and testing his little pocket dimension, his Arcane Engine. He thinks he needs to tweak it a little bit, maybe make it a little less dangerous. But he's glad none of you died. And then he explains that it is time for him to set out his original mission.
And the wizard looked upon them with weary eyes, for he knew what was to come. He knew there would need to be a time when the heroes of Kriegeland rose again, and that time is now.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for playing. I hope you had a good time. And for anyone else that is interested in joining in on these adventures, you can go to hokrpg.com, and the info is there. So hopefully the call to heroes will be answered, and we will have more training modules in the Arcane Engine as we continue along. Thank you all, and good night.